Mount Hood Saints have come to Eugene for the final 2 games of the 4-game series. Game 1 is set for 9 innings, and both sides know this one could be a battle. Lucas Guerin took the mound for the Titans in Game 1. A leadoff walk opened the inning, then a sacrifice bunt followed. A clear sign the Saints were looking to manufacture every run they could. Trevor DeVincenzi was right on it, handling the play at first. The runner moved up to second, and the Saints tried it again. Another bunt, and once more DeVincenzi dishes it to the sure-handed Quentin Olson. With 2 outs and the potential first run on third, Guerin locked in and struck out the Saints' cleanup hitter, his former teammate and friend, on 3 straight pitches. That slider is filthy. Threat eliminated. Message sent. In the bottom of the first, Austin Takahashi grinds through a 9-pitch at bat, fouling off 4 straight pitches before drawing the walk. 16 pitches spent on just the first 2 batters, and Takahashi isn't done. He shows off the wheels, stealing second. Peyton Tyner sends a ground ball and half his bat up the middle to advance Takahashi to third. A ground ball would end the inning. The top of the second began with a walk. The runner moved to second on an error. Guerin punches out his second strikeout for the first out. A stolen base and another walk put runners on the corners. The Saints lay down a sacrifice bunt. Quentin Olson flipped to Jalen Riddle, and Riddle stretched to get the out at first. The Saints scratch across the first run. Guerin worked out of it and closed the inning with a ground ball to Jalen Riddle. Donnie Morgan wasted no time answering back, launching a long fly to left center that caromed off the fence for a leadoff double. Nolan Donovan drew an 8-pitch walk, and the Titans were on the move. A high, tight fastball plunks Jalen Riddle, loading the bases for Sebastian Contreras. On a 1-2 count, Contreras went with the outside pitch and dropped a flare into right field for a base hit, and Morgan motored home to tie the game. With the bases still loaded, Trevor DeVincenzi lifted a deep fly ball to center. The outfielder had no chance to get home. A perfectly executed sacrifice fly. Donovan tagged and scored, and the Titans moved in front. But they were not done. With runners on first and second, Austin Takahashi jumped on the first strike and lined a base hit into right center. Riddle rounded third and scored easily. 3 runs in the inning, and the Titans flipped the script. Guerin went back to work in the third with a 2-run lead. Donovan crashed in on a weakly hit ground ball and fired a bullet to Olson to get the first out. A fly ball to left fielder Austin Takahashi brought the second out quickly. Then, after a walk, Guerin reached back and fired 4 straight strikes, finishing with a nasty sweeper that disappeared well off the plate to retire the Saints' number 4 hitter for the second time. In the bottom of the third, with 2 outs, Nolan Donovan dropped a single into left field. In the fourth, Trevor DeVincenzi pounced on a sacrifice bunt and made the play at first for out number 1. Guerin struck out the next batter with a sweeping slider, and DeVincenzi corralled the short hop, tagging the runner before he could make a move. The inning ended on a routine grounder to Jalen Riddle. With 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth, the Saints brought in a new pitcher for Quentin Olson. Olson crushed a deep drive that landed just fair at the base of the wall, and he cruised into second for the Titans' second double of the game. The Saints went down 1-2-3 in the fifth, starting with a ground ball to Jalen Riddle. Austin Takahashi then turned in a spectacular play in left, covering a ton of ground, sliding in foul territory, and hauls it in before crashing into the side fence. What a play. Another fly ball to Takahashi ends the inning. In the bottom of the fifth, Donnie Morgan stayed hot with an opposite field looping line drive that got past the diving left fielder. Morgan glided into second for his second double of the game. The Saints threatened in the sixth, but the Titans answered. Sebastian Contreras made a nice leaping play for the first out. An error and a single followed, and suddenly the Saints had runners on first and second. Guerin needed one ground ball, and he got it. Nolan Donovan to Riddle to Olson. 5-4-3 double play. A tremendous defensive play to end the inning. In the bottom of the sixth, the only offense the Titans could muster was a 4-pitch walk to Trevor DiVincenzi. At the end of six, the Titans led 3-1. Coach Blunt called on Sam Wilson out of the bullpen to close it out. The first out came on a weak ground ball back to Wilson, who flipped to Olson. The second out came on a slider that froze the batter for a called strike 3. And the final out of the inning came on a routine ground ball to Sebastian Contreras. The Titans were quiet in the bottom of the seventh. The Saints found no answers in the eighth. Peyton Tyner tracked down a high fly ball to right center for out number 1. Quentin Olson settled under a sky-high pop-up in foul territory for out number 2. Then Sam Wilson finished the inning with a nasty gyro slider that dove under the bat for his second strikeout, leaving the batter visibly frustrated. In the bottom of the eighth, Donnie Morgan led off with a hard ground ball through the right side for his third hit of the game. On the very next pitch, he stole second. Sebastian Contreras followed by beating out a ground ball to the backhand side of the shortstop for his second hit of the day. In the ninth, an infield error put a runner on first and brought the tying run to the plate, but the Titans answered with 3 straight fielder's choice plays on 3 ground balls. Quentin Olson got the runner at second for the first out. Sebastian Contreras lost the handle, but still guided it to Jalen Riddle, who made an alert grab for the second out. And the Titans cleaned it up for the final out to hold the Saints at bay. Titans hold on and win game 1, 3-1. Donnie Morgan led the way with a single and 2 doubles, while also stealing 3 bases. Quentin Olson added the other double. Sebastian Contreras chipped in 2 hits. Austin Takahashi and Nolan Donovan each added a hit and a stolen base. And Trevor DiVincenzi, Takahashi, and Contreras drove in 1 run each. In a game this tight, defense can make all the difference, and the Titans were outstanding. The outfield made play after play. Takahashi, Morgan, and Tyner each tracked down would-be extra base hits and turned them into outs. DiVincenzi, Donovan, Contreras, Riddle, and Olson all turned in highlight caliber plays. Lucas Guerin earned the win with another solid outing, turning in 6 strong innings, 4 strikeouts, only 1 hit allowed, and just 1 run on the board. Sam Wilson locked it down, retiring 9 of the 10 batters he faced over 3 innings, with 0 walks, 2 strikeouts, no hits, and no runs. Congratulations to the team and the coaching staff, led by head coach Josh Blunt, assistant coach Henry Lovekamp, and pitching coach Jackson Bolender. And a special thank you to all the fans, friends, and family who support the Titans.